Welcome to the Valentin Cayo Cruz, Cuba. In this video, I will be doing a uncut property tour, starting from the lobby to the beach. I will be explaining where everything is located. I will give you some specs and make sure to stay till the end for my pros and cons of this property. It is important to note that I was here during September long weekend 2025. To be more precise, August 28th to September 4th. All right, let's go. Let's start from where you will be dropped off from Cayo Coco's airport. This is the main lobby. Here is where you will be greeted by the Valentin Cayo Cruz team, and they will give you a refreshment drink upon your arrival. On the right, in the hallway, you will find a bank, some of the airline's representatives, such as Air Transat and Caride Sol. In case that your room is not ready yet on your arrival, there is also a baggage area that you can leave your luggage. There is also a small gift shop here. The front desk, this is where you will be doing your check-in and check-out. Check-in is at 4 p.m. and check-out at noon. If you have booked for the Allegiance package, on the left of the front desk, there is an office where you will be greeted. This office is air-conditioned. As you can see, there is also lots of chairs where you can sit back and relax while sipping on your favorite cocktail. The lobby bar, and on the left of the lobby bar, you will find your Sunwing airline representative. On the right of the lobby bar, you will find the cigar lounge and some washrooms. You will also find an elevator in here, which is located next to the stairs, bringing you to the main level. If you stay to your right, this will take you to the Allegiance Lounge. This is the main pool with the pool bar. This is also a 3-tier infinity pool. You will have a better view of it later on. As mentioned in my previous videos, it is strongly suggested not to exchange your currency to Cuban currency. You can pay everything with your Visa card, such as any souvenirs or excursions. As for tips, it is recommended to pay the Cubans in a paper format, so 5 Canadian dollar bills, or you can also give them USD. I usually bring $100 in USD in a small format, such as $1 bills. And I also bring a lot of 5 Canadian dollar bills. Toiletry, fishing items, and gardening tools are also highly appreciated. The snack bar. And hopefully you won't need it, but this is where you will find the medical clinic. To my left, this will take you to the fitness center. I was here every day for roughly an hour to an hour and a half. The equipment in here is fairly new, and there is pretty good air conditioning as well. On this side of the property, you will find Bungalow 7 to 12. Bungalow 7, 8, and 9 are facing the ocean, or you will have an ocean view. 10, you will have the garden view. Bungalow 11 and 12, some of them are facing the pool, while the others are facing the garden. We will be returning to this area once we go and check out one of the quiet pools. Pool number 2, as well as the pool bar. This one here is not located in the pool. You will also find some washrooms, and you can change your beach towels here. Lots of structures at the pool area giving you some shade. Again, this is bungalow 7, 8, and 9, facing the ocean or with an ocean view. Here are some specs of the Valentin Cayo cruise. The resort opened in November of 2019. It has 546 rooms, 12 of them are junior suites, 1 main buffet, 4 a la carte restaurants. You will find the Mexican, the Italian, the Caribbean, and the seafood a la carte restaurant. There is a 24-hour snack bar, and there is a total of 7 bars on the property. Non-motorized sports activities are included in your package, such as wind sailing, pedal boats, and snorkeling. We are currently at the same area where we were earlier coming from the main pool, towards bungalow 7 to 12. If you take the path to the right, this will take you to the boardwalk to the beach, also at the Caribbean a la carte restaurant, which is also the beach buffet. This is where breakfast and lunch was served, as the main buffet was closed due to low occupancy. Heading back to the main pool, this is where you will have a better view of the 3-tier infinity pool. Here is where you will find the daily entertainment. There is currently some music playing and there is a DJ in the booth. But for copyright claim purposes, I had to turn it off. A better view of the pool bar, you can either have your drink in the pool or at the bar, whatever you prefer. And they also have a pretty good drink option. If you continue straight, this will take you back to the lobby, but we're gonna take a right down the stairs. This is where you will find the main buffet, some of the a la carte restaurants, and the sports bar. This is the sports bar. The first a la carte restaurant in front of us, this is the Mexican. And then to the right, you will find the seafood, the Italian, and finally, the main buffet. There is also some washrooms between the Italian and the main buffet. On this side of the property, you will find bungalow 1 to 6. 4, 5, and 6 are facing the ocean, while 1, 2, and 3 are facing the garden and the pool. Here we have a pretty big theater. This is where you will have your meeting with your airline representative on the following morning of your arrival. The path to my right, this will take you directly to the pool. This is the relax area. Another view of the theater. To my left, this will take you to the tennis court. And here we have the relaxed pool area. This is also where you can get your massage. Just so you know where we are, the building to my right is the theater. The bungalow to my left is Bungalow 1. This is Bungalow 5. This is where I stayed. This is where my room was located. Room 5209, facing the ocean. And to my right is Bungalow 6. We are almost at the beach. On the right is where you will find all the non-motorized sports activity that you can do during your stay here. And yes, it is included in your package. On the left is the beach bar, as well as the beach grill. You can find some pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, and ham and cheese sandwiches. They also have a great drink option here. Unfortunately, there was a lot of seaweeds during my stay. Also, the previous night, we had a pretty big storm. This brought more seaweeds in on that morning. The ocean in the morning is clean, but in the afternoon it starts to have a build-up. But it was still nice to swim in. Before I start my pros and my cons, I just want to point out that I pretty much knew what I was getting into before booking at this location. I was looking for a quiet destination, which I did find at the Valentin in Cayo Cruise. I understand that this is low season at the moment, but I don't understand why this location has lower occupancy than other locations. Let's start with the cons. The first one would be the traveling time from the airport to the resort. Actually, it wasn't too bad, it was less than 1 hour, but it was a direct shuttle ride from the airport to the resort. Keep in mind that if you need to stop in Cayo Paredon, you might need to add an extra 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Along the way, there is pretty much nothing to see. You will see some lagoons, some bushes, and some trees. The boardwalk to the beach is pretty uneven, making it a tripping hazard. Let's say that you have reduced mobility and you're in a wheelchair. This would be pretty much inaccessible for some of you guys. There's lots of mosquitoes at night in the lobby. Usually they die down by 10 p.m., but just make sure to bring some bug spray. They don't have any washrooms here at the beach or at the beach bar, so you have to go at the Caribbean restaurant or near Bungalow 4 and 5 at the quiet pool. And finally, they do have a lot of seaweeds here at the moment. They simply don't have the equipment to clean it, and by hand it would take way too long. I will get to that shortly. Time for my pros. I had really good service here on my stay, from the front desk, room service, the restaurants, and of course, the bars. The property is pretty well maintained from the buildings and the landscape. The fitness center is pretty much new. As I mentioned, it opened in 2019. The equipment is fairly new, and I had some pretty good workouts here. The rooms are pretty clean, especially if you're in the Allegiance class. They will come 2 or 3 times a day just to refresh the room, making sure that you have clean towels, water, pop, and beers. The food was pretty good all over the property. I know it gets repetitive every now and then, but considering a lot of places being closed during my stay, the food was pretty good. They also have a pretty good drink option. You will find lots of palapas at the beach giving you some shade. You will find a few of them at the pools as well, and some structures also giving you shade. The Wi-Fi works pretty good in the lobby, the pools, in my room, and at the beach bar. There is one elevator in the main building and some ramps all over the property for people that has reduced mobility. But as mentioned, it might be a little challenge for you to get to the beach. Despite having lots of weeds on the beach, which is not always the case, you will find a white sandy beach here. I don't recommend any upgrades or any resorts, but coming at the Valentin Cayo Cruise, I found everything that I was looking for. It is unfortunate that this resort is not fully functionable at the moment, maybe in the near future. If you have any questions or just want to leave a comment, don't hesitate to do so. I am currently looking to book at another location just in a few weeks from now, probably in Cayo Guillermo, so more videos for 2025. If you like this kind of content, make sure to subscribe, click on the notification bell, and I will see you very soon. Ciao.